Good morning guys, this is Anne from Body Gallery. Today I'm going to show you how I do my wrapping for my beads. This is actually copper wire. I quite like the copper wire because one, it's really easy to work with, it's reasonably strong, but really love the color. It's really goldy type copper color and it looks really good on most beads, whether it be white right through to the blacks. Sorry about the shine a little bit, but if I don't have the sun sort of coming in through the window, it gets a bit dark on the video. But today I'm going to show you how I get to that piece of wiring. I actually use electrical wire. You can buy this fairly cheap. I'm not going to name names of stores or anything, but I mean most of the larger stores with electrical stuff will have it. This is what the electricians use for cabling in the wall. It is fairly cheap. I'm really lucky. My son's an electrician, so he gives me all the offcuts after he finishes working on houses and whatever he does for wiring. So today I'm going to just show you, it's really easy to actually get your Stanley knife. Be very careful guys. You can cut just down one of the grooves, right, and it exposes all the wiring. With your Stanley knife, you can just cut down through here and it exposes all the wires so that you can actually take it out. I really like working on glass, by the way. This is just an A-frame picture frame. I love having a little picture on the back, which is obviously a cow and a rooster and a farmhouse. It's just a little bit of something to look at when I'm working. But I really like working this. I use this for doing my jewelry, when I'm doing friendship bands, which I'll do another video another day on how to make the friendship bands. They're really easy, but anyway, that's for another day. So back to this, you can strip this, comes out really easily. There's 7 pieces in each one, so 7, 14, 21 pieces from a, I don't know, it's probably about half a meter, 3/4 of a meter. And each piece, when I cut it to make the binding, the binds for all my beads and stuff, about 8 to 9 centimeters long. So each one's round about so long that I make. Once I cut them all, they're about that. Okay, it's about not quite as wide as your palm. I've got a fairly large palm, sorry. But yes, so we're going to turn this into these. Right, so you can thread your beads back onto them. I'll get my beads out of the way. And you can do your large beads, or you can do your real small seed beads. They actually go on. It's a really good gauge. And right, I like this kind of tool. This has got 4, 5 and 6 mil on it. so that your loops can be the 4, 5 or 6 mil. I do have another one that's got bigger and it goes up to 8 mil, but this one here I'm going to use a 4 mil. I really like this tool because it's got a groove in it, so when you actually hold, compared to these, right, I find when I was making loops with these years ago that if you do your loop and you start to bind around, that you can slip down, and when you slip down, your actual loop gets smaller. I didn't like that idea. It was very hard to try and keep it at one size and keep it very uniformed when you're actually doing a lot. So with my way of doing it, I get your piece, probably, it's about 1 centimetre. Oh no, that's not right, is it? Yeah, no, it's about 1 centimetre sticking out. I crink it, so that makes it a really nice little bind without even touching sort of anything. Take your piece, your longer piece, right over. With your shorter piece, bring it back to the edge so that it's over this side. Push your piece of wire back over to the edge there so that it looks like so. I'm going to take it off the piece to show you. So it should look like that. All right. I'm going to put that back on again now. Okay, everything goes back on. All right. Now, with your longer piece of wire, bring it back towards the handle. I always hold it with my thumb. If your piece is a little bit long, a little bit shorter, you're going to have to bring it back up again. With another piece of wire, I am going to bring this back over and make a crink so that it looks like so. With your other longer piece of wire, bring it up straight. So it now looks like this. I'll take it off so you can see. You've started your first bind, or a little bit of it. It is quite easy with this tool. Now, once this is straight, you can actually start to bind and wind around your wire. It's really quite easy. I've gone around 2.5 times with the smaller length of wire that I did. So, see how it's nicely wound around. Now that I've finished that, I have these which have got a nylon flat bit to straighten the wire out a little bit. Take it off this particular piece of tool. Now I will go back to this, and the reason I go back to this is so that I can just push it down and straighten that circle right back out, because I was twisting on this tool here. It is now nice and straight as a circle, but there's still just a little tiny bit of wire that's sticking up. So I'm going to get a flat nose pair of pliers and just push it back in a little bit. Sometimes if it doesn't flatten out because of the way you've cut your wire in the first time, you might need to get your clippers and just take the edge off just that little tiny bit. Now it's nice and flat. All right, nice little bind. All right, now I'm just going to get these pliers and just flatten out that tiny little crink that I've got. And now it's all done. Perfect little piece to start your beads off with. I'm just going to grab a couple of just loose ones that I had. As you can see, they actually go on very easily on this gauge of wire. Actually, I probably should put a white one on so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so you can always put your seed bead on, and then you can put a larger bead on if you want, because it might have a larger hole. And then with the other end, you do exactly the same. Pull it down, pull it through, wind it, and make sure it's nice and tight. Okay guys, I really hope that you liked this little video. I will do some more videos a little later on of different kinds of jewelry that I make. Like me if you like, subscribe if you like, and I will talk to you again soon.